First thing we're doing is removing the stained glass window.
All this, take all the caulk out?
The lead is dried out. It's lost any movement. Once it loses that, it can't come back. Then the cement falls out, and then they can crumble, and all the glass can start to break.
More than 100 years of history, community, faith, witnessed inside the walls of the historic St. Francis Catholic Church in downtown Bend. Piece by piece.
These guys know exactly what they're doing.
The glass coloring First Communions and weddings, Sunday services and funerals, taken down.
Every window has a number assigned to it, and then every panel has a number assigned to it. This is window 9, panel 6.
This church opened its doors in 1920, just 16 years after Bend incorporated. Part of the city's beginnings, it's still in the heart of downtown.
We love being a part of it.
And Michael Regali of DePrado Regali Studios came all the way from Chicago to help restore the aging art.
Framing that they did, so they would wrap.
Come behind the sanctuary with us for a second. It was this tiny inscription.
Yeah, can you see that date there?
1916.
Yeah, 1916.
Discovered by the church a few years ago, bringing DePrado Regali back to Bend.
Prado Statuary, Chicago, New York.
10 decades ago, it was Michael's elders who helped build these statues and install this stained glass.
The DePrado brothers brought my great-grandfather over from Italy. He was known as the best artist, so they brought him over to Chicago to start making statues.
DePrado Regali has been operating since 1860. His great-grandpa, at first,
He would go to house and sell, like you'd want to buy one for, say, your husband. And he would make a mold and then make a statue of his bust.
the mold could produce about a half dozen statues, but the families only wanted one. It prompted the question, who'd want more than one statue?
So he decided, let's start doing Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. So that's how it started to become a religious company.
A smart move.
This building is important not only to the Catholic community, the church is important to the Bend community as well.
Weeks of work after we first met with Michael,
The Tau cross,
we returned to chat with Father Joe Smotocordial, the pastor here at St. Francis.
people who support this, they are making huge sacrifices.
The church windows were stripped of the venerated visuals, trucked back cross-country, where their visions were first imagined by DePrado.
They built the interior of the church, they built the sanctuary.
And they'll bring it back to life.
You can see this here, how this is just bad and a lot of cracking glass.
Thanks solely to the congregation. A $2.1 million project voted on by the parish.
And that's money that's all being raised from parishioners here
Yes,
at this church?
absolutely, yeah. We want to make sure that the church is here for another 100 years or more, as long as God wants.
So far, they've donated $1.7 million.
Our goal for the end of the year is that we can get to $2 million.
This polishing and painting, all for a greater purpose.
The renovation of the church is not just about brick and mortar or carpet and wood, but instead it's also about the spiritual renewal of the community. So without that spiritual renewal, just material renewal doesn't make full sense.
While this construction keeps the church standing, it's the celebration of life's most sacred milestones: baptism, confirmation, marriage, generation after generation, that keeps the faith alive. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos from Central Oregon Daily News. And for more news from the high desert, just visit centraloregondaily.com.